Hello again, sports bettors. This is Jeff Makinen from DRF Sports. I'm here to cover the Thursday night NFL matchup, which will kick off Week 5 of the NFL season between the 3-1 Los Angeles Rams and their NFC West division rival 3-1 Seattle Seahawks. DRF Sports is your home for the most accurate game simulator available anywhere. And boy, if there was ever a case for that, it was this past weekend where the game simulator hit on 13 of 14 games against the spread. Absolutely amazing performance. The best part about that is not only do you win, but you get access to this content for just $5 a week. So log in at sports.drf.com today and get access to this information. Looking at this game, you can see that the Rams opened up as a pick with an over-under of 48. The line has since moved to Seattle minus 1.5 with an over-under of 49.5. From a rating standpoint, Game Simulator number 1 projects a tie of 27-27, so a slight 1.5 point value edge to the Rams. Game Simulator number 2 tells a similar story, Seattle 25, Rams 24, just a slight half-point edge to Seattle, or rather to the Rams, and a 2-point line is projected by the power line, which would be a half point the other way to Seattle. These teams are fairly similar in terms of statistics. Seattle scores their opponents by 3.5 points a game. The Rams are outscoring theirs by 3.2. The Rams allow 5.9 yards per play offensively. They gain 5.9 yards per play offensively and allow 5.3. Seattle's numbers respectively are 6.2 and 5.8. So very similar statistics. If you're splitting hairs, one thing to note here is that the Rams have played a slightly tougher schedule. Average power rating of opponents played is 22.3 as opposed to Seattle's 17.5. Looking deeper into the report, under betting angles, there's one that stuck out immediately here. Favoring Seattle, Pete Carroll is 7-0 against the spread when playing on a Thursday. The average score of those games was 24-13 Seattle. Now that'll primarily be Thursday night football games. There may also be some Thanksgiving games in that sample as well, but it does tell you that on short weeks he has done well. Interesting trend favoring the over with Pete Carroll. He's 20-6 over on home games versus good offensive teams, which would be teams who average greater than 350 yards per game on offense. So Pete Carroll tends to play the over when he plays tends to get into a shootout when he plays another quality offensive opponent. Looking at the line movement section, you can see here that 61% of the action is favoring the Rams. It's interesting to note that despite that, the line has moved 1.5 points to Seattle, indicating that there may be some sharp action here on the Seahawks. The over is getting 64% of the action, which coincides with the total moving from 48 to 49.5. Thanks again for listening. This is Jeff Makinen from DRF Sports, Twitter handle @SportsDBExpert. Thanks, and we will talk to you soon.